It's going to be incredibly exciting to see what's going to happen. And without any further ado, let's get straight into this pistol. Black Dragons, as we just alluded to, starting on this CT side. Smoke on Julie and a kit on Nanny. And meanwhile, for the T's of Liberty, they're actually just spreading out quite a lot. Trying to get this early contention and control over towards lower tunnels. But Younger is here, just waiting in the wings. In fact, there's a 3-woman defense over towards short. So could be a scary time for these players just pushing out of lower tunnel.
Yeah, it's the perfect positioning for the CTs here. You can see that Bob is going to be slowly making its way down. Nani's going to be forced off here with the P2K. Now Younger going to be tested here. She's tucked in though, so they can swing, and swing they do. They take down all 3 players in the stack without losing anyone of their own. So perfectly contested by Liberty Fade. It's going to be a completely open bomb site. Still going to take their time, dropping that lurk smoke out to allow them to get around the corner safely. A bomb going to be planted. Now it's a 2v4-5, so retake. There's a kit in play. Julie does find the first as well, so we can talk about this maybe having some legs to it. Oh, that bomb is planted for short, where we've got 2 players set up, Juliana and Furzy. They just pocket those heads with the USP, and Liberty Faye off to a good start now with the first round on their map pick.
Yeah, and I think this is a really good example of it as well, just going into the second round. These T sides on Dust2, heavily spawn dependent as well. That can definitely influence the call-in, and Liberty Faye had really good spawns there to exploit a B potential. I think it had 3 players just more favoring on that side of the spawn little rectangle. But Black Dragons, they have forced into this double scouts, trying to lead the line, and we did allude to it. There's a lot of open angles here on Dust2, so the scoped weapons can really come into fruition. It's a really nice pistol for Liberty. I thought the Black Dragons were going to shut them down over at short, but the kills all fall in the T's favor. And now Julie just peeking in, will be offered a head at top middle. But the kill won't come in.
Going to be reaggressing here. Has to be careful. Has no armor behind this. So if any of these players with the MAC-10 swing out from unders, it will catch her off with not a lot to say. Dina close here with the P250. No armor as well. Has the majority of their utility, but Julie actually does find a kill through the door as well. Didn't get quite to see that one, but I'm sure it was very impressive onto the head of Juliana on the other side. She's going to fall back to B here. It is actually a 3-woman lean towards B, and it's going to be this mid to B split. Another tag coming out as well. This is super impactful. She's also got a smoke that she can drop down, but choosing not to. And a tag yet again. Finding so much impact with this scout. Ends up taking down Mizzy as well. And now pulls out the USP, but Furzy able to dispatch her. Nani with that deagle, a clean headshot. And now it's just Jossie alone in the 1v2. That's a smoke. Going to alert to her position, but she's got barely any health. Picks up a Galil, so a little bit more firepower for her. Going to be playing over the smoke. Does actually find Younger. Now playing around the smoke has a chance, but Nani with that deagle has been so clean with it. Finds her, and Black Dragons, they fight back, taking a round of their own.
Yeah, and more importantly, she finds the AK as well off the back of converting the round. Lovely couple of deagle headshots for Nani, but let's not take away the importance of the scout. The 4 spies, they do pay off. The scope weapon's doing a lot of tags and just getting the damage over the line. Furzy with one of her own, already tagging a player down through the doors. So round 3, it's off to a really contentious start. Liberty, they have forced back into this, so the force wars will continue. Just armed with deagles, and Furzy's already found damage, but she's going to have to find a little bit more.
Yeah, the force is a little bit more difficult on the T side, particularly with these deagles. You're the one that has to take these proactive aggressions. You can't just play cheeky little angles and hope they walk into you. Does look like it's going to be an A lane at the moment. Younger is in a great position here with this M4. She can have a lot of impact. She's got the support of the AK as well. Spots the players. There's not going to be any util on this cross, but the flash actually is perfect. Catches off Younger in the open. Response from the molly just to delay this push onto site works out. Goddess takes a chunk down as well. Gets tagged from that scout. Now it's a retake scenario, most likely. That bomb going to be able to go down. Furzy has a good line here with the scout as well, so this deagle's actually paying off, and Jossie posted up towards top mid, finds one as well, and Nani on the receiving end of these deagles, and Furzy now taking pot shots, takes down Julie. So far, no one going down on the Liberty face side, despite having 2 players with no armor, and it's forced to save.
Yeah, the Force Wars, they just come out on top. These scouts, these scoped weapons all across the server are just finding the success. And given the fact that Black Dragons once again are just going to be on the lowest possible loss bonus that they can achieve, it's probably going to re-incentivize them to force in. So we are going to probably continue to see it, although it's only 1,400 being saved and just putting it into the pockets of the Black Dragons players. And I don't mind this. The immediate pause being come. Well, oh, that sentence just didn't form properly, did it? Look, a pause is coming out, and it's good. It's early days. It means that Black Dragons can just have a think about the economic situation, just based on the facts. Armor being purchased, and they are going to have a look into this. MP9 has been brought up on Goddess, and she's telling the troops to buy. So actually, we're going to keep having this aggression. We will see these upgraded rifles on towards Liberty with the AKs as well. In fact, 4 players just on the preferred rifles, and it's 30 once again with the scout, but we know what she can do with it.
Yeah, these scouts have actually been hugely influential in this series. We talked about the Battle of the Authors, but really it's the Battle of the Scouters. And 30 finds Julie, no armor on her. It's too easy to take her down with that scout. Goddess also taking some damage elsewhere. Have managed to take long control, and you can see the CTs are interested in contesting it, but they should stop contesting Fuzzy because she is taking chunks out of them. Nani with the prettiest MP9 in the game, holding this angle here. It's a bit of a long angle to have with an MP9, so it might be a difficult one, but they might not be ready for Dina here. Puts it up next to Blue. She was able to get deep, and she's got the FAMAS. This is a great position to be in. All these players about to come through, but she ducks away from the flash, and oh no, Jossie takes down Nani as well, and now once again, it's 2 CTs left all alone. Make that 1 as Mizzy now finds the head of Younger. And Goddess forced to save everybody's favorite rifle, the FAMAS, as the bomb is going to make its way to the A side.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best weapon, is it? It's certainly not.
Scout, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it does have a burst fire mode, so I mean, it's got that going for it.
That's kind of fun. When you want to disrespect your enemies, throw it on the burst. I mean, back in the day, burst actually used to be quite good in 1.6 days. But the maps that we have these days, I don't know. I'm not really on board with it.
I mean, I have played quite a few matchmaking. Well, actually, Harry went through this period. That's just Harry GG, by the way.
Oh, we're name dropping now, Brandon?
Yeah, but he went through this period of like 2 weeks where he'd only play with the burst fire FAMAS. And he said, okay, look, this is the next big thing. That's
a report from me. Teammates doing that. That's griefing. Harry, if you're listening, you're a griefer. Gonna see the scout. All the damage it was able to do. Fuzzy was the frag leader on Overpass and looking just as hot here on Dust2. Finding a huge amount of impact with that scout. Once again contesting mid as well. They've been giving her the fight, so why not? Black Dragons, they are forced onto this half buy. You can see just that FAMAS and a few upgraded pistols, so it should just be a matter of protocol, but this long stack will also pay off. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, the Force Wars have definitely come to a close now, and the straw that broke the camel's back for Black Dragons is the fact that Liberty got consecutive rounds in a row, and that's just really disincentivize them to save. Instead, just going to be with these pistols. Goddess with the FAMAS, probably not going to have it on burst fire, but she has been armed with it on her own over towards the B-bomb site. But unfortunately for Black Dragons, that might not be where the hit comes in, because Liberty are currently grouping, just holding for aggression over towards long. Instead, looking to set their sights more towards this middle position. 30 leaving the line with the Tech 9 and actually going to be overwhelmed by the USP, and got to be really careful not to lose their lives here just to these pistols. But thankfully, if you're a Liberty fan, it is being cleaned up in the end, and on paper, it's always looked to be that round. But look at this from Goddess. She's here with the FAMAS. She actually strikes in. She gets both of the players. Can't trade on towards Jossie, and now it's just the USP remaining. So despite the mid-round scare, it looks like Liberty will get a 4th on the board.
Sorry for disrespecting the FAMAS. We get to see it chiming in for 2 there, and Julie playing around the smoke has an opportunity to find Juliana and does catch her in the end. But now into the 1-on-2. Has no armor though, so the advantage is towards Jossie dropping down. Yeah, we can see that bullet. when she's getting shot there in the body. It's going to knock her about, and she's not able to convert the kill, but it's a little bit dicey there considering there was barely anything invested from Black Dragon, so huge economic damage. That for Mass, not on burst fire, but certainly bursting them down.
Yeah, you just highlighted it as well. Potential economic damage, but they can reinvest. AWP, more importantly, coming out for Thursday, but she will be flashed off the line. Actually going for a second bite of the cherry, but won't convert the kill. So long control gathered by Black Dragons in the early stages of round 6. Julie, once again, completely alone over towards the B-bomb site, at least temporarily. She's actually going to aggress the line, and this could be a lot of impact for Black Dragons.
That's the bomb as well. If she catches the right timing here, decides to push any further, could catch out that bomb. You can see she's giving it a look in on the minimap, slowly approaching. It is being watched at the moment. She's going to get spotted out, but that's enough, right? She's now got full control there, but first they're going to find Goddess, so she is chiming in again. Julie does end up finding that kill, but the swing out from Younger finds one and heavily tags Jossie. Forced to retreat, but Jossie aggresses back in. Does go down to grenade, but it is going to now put us into the 2v3. Maybe a short play at the moment. There's actually no CTs here to contest either. Smokes on the Ts are going to allow them to cross out here as well. See these CTs, it does look like they're going to be playing rotates. That bomb is going to get a chance to plant.
Yeah, just boosting over the top of the short smoke. Trying to find any defenders, but no one's currently home. Closest player resides over towards CT spawn. In fact, there's a couple of Black Dragons members just trying to spot out the heads, and that's the bomb being dropped. And did it fall all the way over? It doesn't even matter, because they will just press the issue and completely eliminate Hejani. And suddenly, Black Dragons, the guns are out to play, and they're really back into this 4-2. It's not looking too bad. Liberty with the early exchanges and posting a couple of rounds on the board, and more importantly, they are on the T side, and that was the downfall for both of these teams in the first map of the series. But now for Liberty, another investment can fall their way. In fact, for both teams, it's actually quite a pivotal round because the economy is on a knife's edge, and aggression over towards long. It's Juliana's responsibility to hold the line.
It's going to be tested here. You can see these players. Dina, she's interested in giving it a look in. A flash is being set up. She might have the right positioning here, just with that crosshair to find it, but no, fires a little bit too late. That setup is perfect for taking her out. No chance of dodging that flash. Now, Nani going to throw in a very nice nade as well. Oh, chunks down 2 of those players to sub 70 health. So great response here from Black Dragons. And Younger, I like this decision to go for a bit of an aggression. That smoke will allow her to push up a little bit closer, but actually thinks better of it. Had the player advantage, so no need to give that up at this stage. He's slowing down at the moment, but they are going to throw out those Vanguard smokes, which is going to let them lurk out towards A. The bomb's actually going to be dropping into middle, and Nani, she's ready to receive them, finds 2. Jossie does find 1 in return, and Goddess tries to hold her off, but she does go down. Now it's 2, well, 1 T left as Dina finds a kill from top mid. Going into the site, just her all by herself. Goes down in the end. So good defense there from Black Dragons. They keep 3 alive as well, and you're absolutely right, Brandon. That economy, it's now been reset for Liberty.
And we're seeing shades of Black Dragons' tendencies that we saw on Overpass as well. Immediately taking map control early, and then just aggressing the line. You saw Dina push all the way in towards top middle and be the knife in the back of Liberty in that round. And just going to be the pistols, just trying to get a bomb plant. Short is where they've been having the most success, and it looks to be the same case here. Just going to barrel their way, Liberty, but Youngho with the FAMAS is there to meet them. Going to drop the volley just to tickle their toes, just to soften up some of these T's, and the heads are being presented. She did such a good job. A couple of kills are in, and Nani, she's here to pick up the pieces. If the bomb gets planted, this is really good for Liberty.
Yeah, and it's going to go down there. Obviously, Jossie all alone here. How's the Deagle? Probably not going to find anything. In fact, gives over her life to that MP9. It's not the most ideal situation, but the bomb plant coming through is going to now enable Liberty Fade have a little bit more cash going into the next round. Still probably won't be enough for that AWP unless one of the players wants to sacrifice. I mean, Fuzzy could go for dodging the head armor, so certainly it's still a possibility. has been hugely influential as well with the scout and the sniper. So yeah, is going to go for that body armor only, no utility AWP. No AWP on the Black Dragon side either, so this is uncontested.
And the MP9 immediately hits the deck. Younger, she's eliminated. And of all the weapons you want to drop there, if you're Black Dragons, obviously the MP9 is probably the best case scenario, but it's still a woman disadvantage now for the CTs as Liberty once again look to play a default. Key areas of the map for Dust2. It's going to be long, but definitely this short position, because you can just keep the rotations on a string. And Liberty, for what it's worth, they've had a lot of success over towards short. It's been, for the majority, uncontested. I think we only saw Black Dragons stack a lot of players over there for the pistol, and well, Liberty converted just quite single-handedly, to be honest. But Julie is once again aggressing over towards tunnels, and it's a lot of information gained because it means that Black Dragons, they don't need to aggress any further, and they don't really need to rotate either. It's a 2-2 split, and Goddess is now to be tested.
Yeah, these players are very spread out there. You can see all the way down long is where Dina is. Julie is going to be getting a bit of info by pushing out now, and Goddess. Here's all of those grenades getting thrown. Julie going to get tested here. Does go down to Jossie though, so this is going to keep Nani on the B site. She can't afford to rotate with Jossie lurking here. So it's just going to be Goddess and Dina alone towards A. Goddess, she decides to back off, doesn't want to contest all of these players coming through. Going to be sitting back in CTs. This is going to be an open bomb site. Be able to get this one for free unless Dina can contest something here, but no. Goddess, she's going to go for the jump. She does. She finds the kill. In fact, that's going to deny the bomb plant. It's probably not enough time.
Wait.
Ooh, actually, the bomb goes down again.
Drop off.
They managed to do it. Nani, she just has to stay alive 2 seconds. It's stolen off the back of the jump to take down the bomb diffuser.
Oh my god, Liberty thought the bomb dropped off the edge, but instead it was just teetering right on the line, and there's simply just not enough time, and this jump shot has just won them the round. Black Dragons, that's absolutely criminal and absolutely heartbreaking for Liberty. Look at what that's done to the money as well. It's just not a great buy. It's a mismatch of just pistols and AKs for this T-side, and Black Dragons got a really good opportunity now to further extend their advantage, and that's absolutely crazy, and it's once again Goddess with the impact.
Yeah, a stolen round there, and now it's going to be a fast play towards B. Every player coming through mid. Goddess going to be tested again. Finds 2 though without too much difficulty, then chimes in for another. So all a matter of protocol, cleaning up all these players. Plus just the half by eco there coming out from Liberty Faye. Their economy now, it's they've managed to get the buy coming out once again, but oh, that lost the round before. That's got to hurt. They had all the advantages coming into it. It didn't look like they could lose it. See if it comes back to bite them in the end. Still in a pretty comfortable position at this stage in the half. 4 rounds on the T side against 6 isn't the worst place to be.
I'm speechless. She only fired 1 bullet as well. That's just absolutely incredible. But look, I gotta move on.
Definitely one of the plays of this series for sure.
I know. I mean, that's just so impactful. But it will be another rifle round now for Liberty, and once again they're favoring this short position. Goddess is holding the line over towards middle, and Youngher, she is now the challenger for Liberty. Really well timed Molotov is just going to hold them at bay once again, and Black Dragons, they've still got a lot of utility to work with, and it's actually a similar story for Liberty. Need to flash Youngher off the line potentially. Instead, it's going to be a Molotov, and that'll actually be all it takes. She does fall off this angle. So it is mid-control once again being gathered by the T. So the Black Dragons, they're just happy for this just to keep happening, because it's the same old story of, yes, they put the smokes down, but when the bomb site just comes under contention, it's this defense that's still holding strong.
Great Molotov, actually, because it blocks the vision and forces her to drop off. Doesn't even have to land on her to have that impact. But Nani, she's in a position to find impact, but actually gets taken down through the smoke by Furzy. And now Dina swings away, but is able to swing back and find one. Younger does go down, though, so that AWP not able to chime in on the CT side. Furzy posted up in short. They're not going to drop the bomb this time. And Goddess and Julie, they're going to be forced to save. The 2v4 retake, a little bit too much for them to be able to handle.
It looked scary for a moment with trying to think of the play. I think Dina just
Nani posted
creeped.
up close.
Was it Nani? Yeah. Right. So that looked really scary, and then the AWP shot just comes through, and it's like, nope.
Yeah,
not
that's
happening.
just a random shot. Did she hear something? I'm not even sure what triggered
Maybe.
that. Just pre-firing that position, perhaps, but pays dividends as it opens up the fight for them.
Yeah, that's been the difference maker, because I think that might be the first or the second time that the short execute has actually paid off. So I mean, they're getting a lot of control consistently because Black Dragons are continuously relying on their defense, and I mean, the Goddess can't really replicate the same heroics time and time again. So maybe Black Dragons need to address it. Maybe they need to just fight for short a little bit more. And did you see her? No. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I think just a pre-fire, just expecting someone to be holding that. But yeah, well played. Fuzzy continuing to have the impact, and Jossie also up there with her, 11 for 5. So these players driving forces on the Liberty phase squad. It's another one of those games where everyone's chiming in, though, as we expect from these two teams. Neck and neck once again on Dust2.
Yeah, we really are. And it's going to be another full rifle round for both of these teams. Obviously, Liberty picking that one up. And the economy has been building for Black Dragon. So reinvestment isn't a problem, at least not for now. Thursday will once again get another tag through this door. And I thought the change was supposed to fix that, but evidently not. This totem pole coming into full fruition. And Judy, she's been tagged down quite heavily at the start of this round.
The residents of the Dust2 upper site on mid are going to add another extension shortly. They'll be annoyed at all the disruptions of these AWPers being really loud beneath them. So they're going to extend that further still so that these totem boosts can't come in at this rate. And Younger hasn't been able to have too much impact, actually, with this AWP so far. Going to post up in the same position as last time. We'll see if it pays off for her. We can see, once again, these Ts, they're interested in taking cat control. It's been successful for them so far, so you can see why they're interested. Molly coming out, going to force Younger back once again, so not able to fire off a shot at this stage. Falling back, actually, towards long and card, not opting for sight, so happy to play it a bit more passive. Now these smokes coming through and clock ticking down. It is going to be another move here towards the A site. Most likely you can see the flash coming through, but don't enable these Ts to path out. Younger in the right position here to catch a kill, but no, the flash comes through at the perfect time and denies her any vision. Once again, a nade almost taking down a player. Nani not going to go for the jump boost of her teammate this time. And then sit back and play us a bit more defensively. And we're in a 5-on-5 retake, Brandon. This is an interesting position to be in. Nani going to be potentially the first contact as she walks out here. I love what Fuzzy's doing as well, playing behind the smoke, but a boost now coming out. This round's getting a bit crazy. Going to be the first player going down. Now Nani activates, coming through and taking down a player off her own. Going to swing out for a second. Now the 2-on-3 Goddess on a great flank here. Comes in, finds two, in fact. Now it's just Fuzzy alone. Nani finds her, and a fantastic retake there from Black Dragons.
And there's just enough time for it to be diffused. I was just holding my breath just for a second before I sung their praises. What a lovely retake. And Nani just enabling a boost to come in and then just taking matters into her own hands. And Goddess on the flank once again. We saw it over towards Party quite aggressively on overpass. She was always getting behind Liberty, and once again, completely instrumental in that retake. Black Dragons, they extend their lead once again. Thursday, she can't actually find the same impact she was having with this AWP. Hey, Johnny, she's going to get caught with a Molotov out, and Dina, they haven't actually spotted each other. What's going on, Lucy? I'm not really quite sure, but Dina will eventually lock in that kill. That flashbang, it's absolutely perfect. And the advantage is firmly in Black Dragons' favor. Younger's now further extending it. And suddenly these two players on long are just scratching their heads thinking, what's just happened?
Absolute chaos here on the long, with both these players blind, running past each other. Younger now scrambling in the smoke to try and find anywhere that's safe. Barely a slither of health on her, and with Jossie finding Nani, this gets interesting now. They're able to find this kill, and on the edge they do. So now it's Younger. It's going to slowly path out, but Mizzy finds her gap in that smoke, and suddenly it's converted into the player advantage towards Liberty. There is a small gap here. That AWP actually not out in Julie's hand. She had the USP, so allows them to cross. So I'm going to have a chance to go down. Julie going to have an opportunity here for the 1v1s. Nice little nade out here. It's going to be well timed. It's on Mizzy, though. He's gone down low. Julie, if she goes for a spam here, oh, it's on the wrong target. Has a chance here. Those players both low. That USP can actually be hugely impactful. So it is the right choice to bring out. But Jossie again to swing out at the right time. Here's her coming in. Well, from the jaws of defeat, Liberty snatched that round back.
Yeah, the double AWP setup for Black Dragons, it was a costly investment and it just didn't pay off. Younger will have one. And it's just so unfortunate because it looked like they were in the pole position to take that round. But Liberty do come out on top. They win out the gunfights. Lovely utility. Just completely isolating the angles as well over towards Car and CT. And that just garnered them more success. 7-6 this game. It's incredibly close so far. Just going to be reduced to this partial investment. For most of these players for Black Dragons, AWP has been purchased for Youngher, so she's going to try and continue and find maybe some impact because I said it was an Orpus playground, but really, they haven't really been singing too much.
Yeah, stripping these rifles that they're chiming in, and we can see one rifle finding a kill here. Nani, hiding behind that smoke, does find Jossie, so a nice little trade there. Julia running out into the site, just gets caught in the crossfire, and before you know it, it's just Furzy left alone. The AWP on her back. She does have the bomb. Most likely won't be opting for the save here. Just trying to eliminate any players that are hunting her. The money not in a good position for her team at the moment. So going into that next round, going to be a bit difficult for Liberty Faye. So she really wants to hold on to this AWP. CT is also not in the best situation with their economy. So probably won't opt to hunt, although Furzy has to be careful here to play with the MP9 close. He does find her. This might actually entice Furzy to go for this round. She has a full kit of utility, but Youngher with the AWP in the right place at the right time finds her. And that's now 8 on the board. The half has been won by Black Dragons. Still 1 round left to play, but the money, it's not in a good place, Brandon.
No, it's really not. And that was an attempted mid to B split for Liberty, with most of the firepower coming towards tunnels. And Goddess, she just holds the spray and just gets all 3. Just really well played from her. This scout, this time, not going to find a scalp. Was very close to doing so, though. And it's another force investment. It is the last round of the first half. So obviously that is going to be the case. And for Liberty Faye, it's a good opportunity to just kind of reduce the deficit. Continuing. The one consistency has been the short control that they continuously seem to gather. Juliana's holding this aggression from Dina, who has shown it before. So got to be very careful here. It's a patience game over at long.
Youngher, once again in this position, this time is able to actually fire off a shot, but doesn't meet any players on the other side. All back now in front of Car. And once again, Jossie getting this push from Julie. It's not been paying off. Jossie finding it every time on this lurk. Not going to dissuade the T's at the moment. CT is holding their ground. You can see there's a contest that potentially could take place at long as well. Dina and Juliana there sitting on opposite sides of the door. So a bit of a Mexican standoff there. You can see Youngher with this AWP in a good position, but oh, Dina not going to have the patience. It's going to push through. That's going to give a free kill here to Juliana. Youngher firing off a shot as she's full blind, but now has to be aware of this flank. It's not actually coming through, but it's going to keep her interested, and that's enough that's going to allow the T's to walk into the site, and we get into this 3-on-5 retake. It's a bit difficult here, especially with Nani going down. She's been the difference maker for them. Goddess and Youngher have to go for this retake. It's the last round of this half. Goddess gets flashed. They've spotted her out. She goes down as well. Now Youngher has to find 5 scalps. Should be doubling her kills if she can. Getting able to look in, but not able to find any at the moment. Finds one in the end, but it's not enough. It's going to be an 8-7 half. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the second half of Dust2. Welcome back, everybody, to Dust2, the second map of Black Dragons versus Liberty and Brown. And it has been just as action-packed and close as Overpass was.
Yeah, if not more so, right? Look at this. One round just separates the teams, and the Black Dragons are now heading on to this T side of Dust2, and it is quite even. If you just look overall at the map, just win percentages, quite a highly contested affair, and really narrow margins are going to split these two teams. For Liberty, they need to win this map to force it to a third. Otherwise, Black Dragons will continue to march on and be undefeated in ESL Impact League in the South America region. This is Group B. And Liberty put up a really good showing so far, but unfortunately falling a little bit flat on the map pick of Black Dragons, which was Overpass. And now this is theirs. They're starting and actually managed 7 rounds on the T side. They're now headed over to CT, and aggression is full in favor for the CTs. Having a little look in down towards short, and these smokes, they're being lined up for long, but Lucy, it's all a little bit of a fake. Hey, Jani, she's going to need to be the difference maker.
It's the classic Alpha utility towards one side. In fact, it's 2 of them here, so they're really going to be selling it. All these blocks can be firing up, but no, it's all alone here, but it's enough. In fact, kills go down. The bomb site is taken in the end. Goddess, if she goes down here, it's now 2-on-4. So the ruse, it does allow them to get the bomb site, but it's now a difficult post-plant. There is a kit up on Juliana as well. No utility on either squad, so it's going to be a difficult one into the site here. Julie, it's all on her. If she picks up at the right time, perhaps she could find 2 here. Finds the first, the second goes down as well, and then takes down the player in window. Mizzy coming through and finding the head of one, though. In a good position here. Swoops to a second USP. Got to have a pocket one of those, but Nani does find her. So the ruse in the end does work out.
Yeah, and there's the high fives. You can see it on the player counts. Black Dragons, really nice pistol. The classic fake A, go B. It works out in the end, and I really just want to highlight a really nice set of individual displays coming out of both of the defenders. B bomb site on Dust2, notoriously one of the more difficult ones to work your way back into. Despite having all of the numbers, the kills just didn't fall their way. And Dinya playing a little bit with fire with this scout investment of Thursday. And in fact, all of Liberty have invested into this. The Force Wars, we saw them in the first half. About to see them once again.
Brandon, you see what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a Nova out in Jossie's hands. I hope she gets contested. Oh, she does, but the armor, it's too much on the head. The Nova doesn't quite do enough damage. I was looking for a highlight reel for the Nova. I've been begging for it, but it doesn't happen. And all right, there is a potential for a retake here. The A side completely lost, but the CTs have already rotated through. A couple of these players are heavy tagged as well. These Eagles could do a lot of damage. One player is found. It's now the 2-on-3. Oh, that's a perfect molly. That's going to slow them down. There's also a smoke on Nani. And that's actually not getting primed at the moment because she's not there, but she just arrived. The CTs actually, they're going to bail. They picked up a Galil and want to hold into this armor. So the Force doesn't quite pay out for Liberty.
No, it's just important retaining onto what you have invested. A couple of players alive, it means that they can work with a little bit more than the bare bones of just USPs and unarmored players. But Black Dragons continue their dominant streak. They hit double digits first. And the classic B rushes, they've been working out in their favor. Once again, got the good spawns potentially for it if they do elect to go for it. You see the bomb being passed down the line. So yeah, it might be another case of that. Just for Liberty, just working, as we said, just with a couple of USPs. A Deagle is in the hands of Mizzy. It's all on Hejani, who is actually situated over towards this long prong. Gung-Ho flashing herself out into the open. Gonna get overwhelmed though, but she will take one with her. So all in all, it's not too bad.
Yeah, great flash from Julie coming at the perfect time as those peaks come through. She's able to end up finding a kill there. Thursday in a great position here with the Deagle. Finds the head of one as well. So it's suddenly gotten very dicey here. If she can get out of here, but it just doesn't need to. Juliana with the P250 gets the multi-kill and the third as well. What a great push, a great hold. And immediately Liberty Faye, they bite back just off the back of these upgraded pistols.
She had no armor, Lucy. She literally just hit headshot after headshot and just completely disrupts and destroys Black Dragon's attack. Okay,
Best
Liberty.
pistol in the game, Brandon. $300, and you can take down an unarmored opponent in 1 and armored in 2. So, or even at close range in 1. So, see the worth of that investment there. Who needs anything else?
Nade.
Oh,
actually, both of them doing so much damage at Liberty, and Younger just with this AWP. One of the rifles into this round for Black Dragon is going to actually overwhelm, and it will be the investment now of Black Dragon's Goddess. Oh, she's hit a lovely time. She can actually go walk past a couple of them. No! Go for the knife, and she just flubs it. That's so unfortunate. If she had just clicked the head with the P250, it could be a different scenario. And now this retake, it looks a lot more manageable for for Liberty.
Actually, I think they're going to opt to not go for it. They're backing up. They're deciding there's an AWP in play. It's too difficult without all the... I mean, they had a bit of utility, but playing it safe here, that failed knife could have cost them. Once again, seeing the value. The P250, Brandon, would have gotten a kill there. So never doubt the P250. But I don't blame her. I would have gone for the knife there as well.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's still scary. I mean, fair play. Goddess, she's feeling it, right? Had a lot of impact, performed incredibly well on Overpass. Just wanted to get a little bit of, get the rivalry just really fired up. A lot of investment, $1,500 if she did secure the knife kill. So I mean, it's worth going for.
Yeah.
100%. But
doesn't
AWP,
cost around in the end. It's not. It's not. You know, as far as failed knives go on Dust2, it's not the worst failed knife attempt we've ever seen in the history of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, looking at you, Simple.
Throw back to the OGs. Going to be a bit of a leg there on Juliana. Take a bit of damage. Furzy, a beautiful repeat. Spotted the player before the smoke bloomed, although Julie is able to get the trade, so it's already an action-packed start to this round here. Jossie in a good position here to contest. And she tucks herself into the sight boxes there, but she's able to swing out. Does go down in the end, so Julie finds her as well. And CT is Brandon. I think we're going to have to save once again.
Yeah, and you see really the duality of the two T sides between Black Dragons and Liberty. Black Dragons, they love to just go, okay, we're just going to throw heavy aggression, just double nading just in case there's a player tucked in towards the car position. You can see them just laughing about it on the cameras as well. They're having fun out there.
I love seeing the player cams. Really it's so nice seeing them.
Great.
Yeah, they're just like smiling at each other, laughing along. It's enjoyable to see.
Yeah, it just gives us that extra insight as well. I mean, I would never have known that they were boot camping had I not seen the cams. So it's just, it's nice to see. You can really see the togetherness and the cohesion of the South America scene. And it really is thriving. And both of these teams are really at the upper echelons of the women's scene here at ESL Impact. And it's still a really contested affair. Dust2 is currently going the way of Black Dragons. We always thought that this would be a really competitive game, and with Liberty holding on to 3 of these rifles, it means they can reinvest, they can drop them over. Thursday will have an AWP to play with. That's quite important for the defense of Liberty.
It's going to be critical here. Thursday has had a lot of impact. We saw her with that scout on the T side, absolutely tearing up the CTs. Going to be key to see what she can do here. Great flash. In fact, it's a team flash. That's unfortunate. Timing there works out in the favor of Julie, even though she's half blind. She's able to find the kill. The opening kill going the way of Black Dragons. Furzy, I like this aggression towards short. Playing off the T smoke here so that she can get the info. Knows that she's safe from lowers here. Timing as it fades. Going to back off. T is firmly committed to long at the moment, though.
Moving as a unit are Black Dragons. This utility actually not going to deter them away from their objective. This forward smoke by Hejani is actually quite good because it means that the CTs can rotate in, but also she's just going to go through it. There's a slight gap, and Julie, she capitalizes upon it. So now it's a 2-woman advantage for the T's. Juliana, she will actually spray one through, but immediately traded out again. Furzy, she just unscopes at the worst possible moment. Does actually split out the head, and that's a lovely flick. Gives Liberty just another Oh, potential shot into this. A double Molotov cocktail landing at her feet. And Jossie not feeling brave enough to try the jump shot that Goddess once donned. But it is still a doable retake for Liberty, all things considered.
It did look like she was going to give it a bit of a look in with that jump spot. It felt like she was considering it. Takes down Goddess. Younger does trade out as well. So now it's just Furzy left alone in the 1v2. Has a flash and a kit on her hand. So does spot the player. Oh, doesn't actually swing low enough to find her head there. And oh, there's a potential for a no-scope there, but 2 players on the angle. A bit too much to handle. The Black Dragons getting their 13th now, starting to run away with this series, Brandon. Liberty Faye only getting the 1 round so far on their CT half.
Yeah, really. Well, we've seen the aggression come out of Black Dragons. It's really just proven to be a successful factor. We're also seeing how much the economy of the CTs can be stretched as a result of some of these forced purchases. It means that Black Dragons have had golden opportunities to convert some of these. There have been opportunities where Liberty have elected to save, where potentially they could have retaken. But look at this aggression off the back of the partial investment just with these Deagles.
This could pay off. I mean, the round they did have, you have to recall, that was off the back of the PT50. Remember, it found those 3 kills. So Jossie going to be finding the lurk as well. This is going to force this A aggression, but the flank, it's going to come in so quick and fast. Juliana here on the site is going to get mollied. It's a really great Molotov. Does a bunch of damage, though. So definitely gets her worth. Oh, the flank gets caught out. Now he gets the collateral through the body of Missy to take down her teammates. So now just the 2 players left alone. Younger finds the first, and Jossie now on 4. Probably wants to hold on to this AK. It's going to be 14 now for Black Dragons. I mean, we saw it come back from a similar scoreline in the last game, but I'm not sure if Liberty Faye are showing us signs that they're able to repeat that story here.
Yeah, but we know they can do it as well, right? We just call upon the recent Cash Cup statistics where when both of these teams faced off against each other, Dust2 always fell favor towards Liberty. So Black Dragons clearly done their homework, clearly been prepping in the background, making full use of their boot camp, and 14 rounds to the good now. Just 2 rounds away from firstly taking the series, secondly remaining flawless at ESL Impact, and thirdly just stripping the map pick away from Liberty Faye.
Yeah, and I believe if they do secure this win, it will more or less put them in a guaranteed position for the top 2. The only team that can really match their scoreline would be Endgame Esports. If Liberty Faye do end up getting 4 in total, so winning the next 2, I think the head-to-head matchup would mean that Black Dragons come out ahead. So going to be feeling good if they can take this. There are only 2 spots in each of the groups to go through to that playoff. And then so that'll be the top 2 teams from each group. And then the top 2 teams from those playoffs get to go to the LAN finals in Dallas. So it's all on the line here. We're going to see Younger with this jump spotting at the moment. It's a bit of a default spread, although sneaking through the smoke here is Julian finding that opening kill once more. Be careful with any further aggression. There is an AWP on this angle, and Furzy, if she is given anything, she will take you down. Oh, the flash is almost enough. Tempting this jiggle, not able to find it in the end. The bomb now has made its way into long as well, so it does look like that's where the play's going to come through. Kills going back and forth on the other side. A perfect flashbang takes down Furzy as well. So now it's just Juliana and Jossie, and
yeah,
well,
they have to save.
They have to save.
Yeah, they really have to. Their economy is in complete shambles. The A-bomb site, once again, a consistent weakness for Liberty. And Black Dragons in prime position. Got a lot of match points to play with, and it was 8-7 at the half in favor of the T side. And we said, hey, look, well, it's been quite contestable. Liberty have really taken it to them on their assault. But coming around to the CT side, which was so heavily relied on Overpass, it's just been a completely different story. The script has been flipped, and Black Dragons are now looking to hunt and take away these rifles. The flashbang is absolutely perfect. Everyone's blind on the server. It's just Juliana remaining. She will hold the line. She gets a triple kill for her troubles. And whilst Younger escapes with the AWP, There's a lot of money here for Black Dragons, so reinvestments are plenty. And now they've got 7 series points to contest with.
Yeah, it's a pretty good decision to go for the hunt there. Even just finding the 1 and losing 3 players is actually worthwhile. You can see it's going to deny some utility on the Liberty phase side. And at this level of Counter-Strike, any piece of utility is impactful and can make a big difference to a round. So we're going to see if that comes into play here. There's no one towards the B side at the moment. And that's actually where this lean is going. See a lot of aggression towards mid. Fuzzy posted down towards lowers, finds the opening kill. And now Younger, is she going to be ready for this aggression? Seems like she had an idea for it, but Mizzy holding that angle does catch her out. So this change up from the CTs does come to play, although Juliana, they are going to be executing onto B here. She's all alone. If she can fight one, that's enough. She does go down. So now it's going to have to be a retake here unless the CTs want to go for something fast. That bomb going to be planted. 2 CTs in up as though they are going to find one, and now it's just a 2-on-4. Julie and Nani, they have everything to do here if they want to take the map and series. Julie going to be swinging out, trying to take a duel with this AWP. Isn't able to find anything at all. These 2 players coming in hot and fast, and now it's just Julie left all alone. Too many players, gets overwhelmed, and Liberty Faye, off the back of some new aggressive tactics, are able to find a round.
You got the 3-woman lead into middle initially, actually just smoking off just by the wall, just to allow them to push up incredibly fast. And I actually really like that from Nani in that 2 versus 4. She knows she needs to take space and potentially take the fight to some of these Liberty players. So she just aggresses through the window and tries to find a couple of picks, but unfortunately it doesn't pay off. And now look at this, long control heavily being contested by Liberty, and in fact, they're going to get it for mostly free because Black Dragon, once again, working this default. 3 players all the way in, and that's I actually thought those double nades would do a lot more damage to Juliana, but unfortunately not the case. Thursday will miss the first shot, but she will deliver on the second. So it's an early advantage once again for Liberty.
Oh, finding the second, a great flick on a Younger. Does take a bit of damage for her troubles, but also finds a leg onto Julie. So Thursday having a huge amount of impact here in this round. Mizzy now posted up in CT is going to be the closest as these players make their way towards A. You can see the bomb still all the way towards top mid, a bit of utility being thrown out, but the CTs, they hear all of this. They're hearing Goddess run all the way down through mid. She's going to be bringing that bomb in. There's a chance they can go for the plant here. There's a player advantage for Liberty Faye. They might just opt to go for this retake. Unless they're going to try some of these jump spotting antics, but suspect not. Now it's the 4-on-3. If Liberty Faye want to stay in this, Julie's going to find the first. Now it's the 3-on-3. The numbers advantage lost. Goddess in a great position here. Julie missing the shot. Does actually leg Juliana, but it's not enough to find the kill. Goes down, and now it's just Nani left. Has 2 to find. The bomb is planted for her. Has the smoke. Doesn't deploy it. Swings out and finds Mizzy. Finds her head. It's a 1-on-1 now. That bomb has been tapped, but it's planted for her. She's not falling for the bait. Swings out, but no, she goes down. It's another clutch coming out, and that's going to be 10 on the board for Liberty Faye, but geez, it comes close.
Yeah, it comes really close indeed, and thankfully, due to the loss bonus and Liberty just winning with a couple of players alive at each moment, the economy, it's still there for the rebuys can come in, and this is all set up by Thursday. Lovely couple of kills, and even just getting another shot through the door. And tell you what, despite all of that, Black Dragons, they are making it close. The comeback, it could potentially be achieved for Liberty Faye, but still a long way to go in this one. A lot of Molotovs being placed down early on the CT side, and in fact, 4 of them already being deployed. And that's a healthy chunk of their utility that they had at their disposal. Completely lost, but Mizzy on this elevated angle at long, she will spot out Nani. And that's a big scalp to take because she's been seemingly doing everything for Black Dragons.
Gotta be aware that the second player has to be here, though, because that was a boosted position. So gotta be aware of this angle, but no, it doesn't actually pan out. Finding 2 here, and the third, a great hold, swaps to the USP. Player just gonna swing out, and Goddess does find her in the end. Finds 2, in fact. They line up for her, able to find both heads in quick succession. Now onto the 1-on-2. These 2 CTs, they're both gonna be pushing long. There's a minute on the clock. Goddess, she's been good in these clutches. She's a cerebral player. We've seen her make some huge game-defining plays so far. Is she going to make the right call here? Seems wary about these long players. Isn't going to be pushing out back towards T-spawn. This is the right call. Both those CT players posted up there. They're just going to be waiting for her. They might go off the sound of this smoke going down. That's going to alert them that it's most likely going to be A that Goddess is pushing towards. You can see those CTs now starting to come through. It's going to be a default plant here. There's a bit of a timer here where they can swing out. She's not going to be ready for them. Goes down, and now Liberty Fade, they're able to get another defuse and another round. This comeback slowly but surely coming together.
It's incredibly close, isn't it? I mean, it's really coming right down to the wire. Once again, the Black Dragons, it just feels like they're trying their best to get this control, but Rejani and the flashbang support continuously coming in. She was able to get this triple kill, and it was really essential. And Goddess, she considered the fact that there could be a flank, but instead wasn't privy to it. But she did get the bomb down, so it's not too bad overall. This pause is coming in for two reasons. Firstly, just to reset Black Dragons, just like, hey, look, we're still on series point. It's okay. It's not alarm bells ringing just yet. However, the economy, it's another story. Could force into this if they wanted to, but instead I expect they take the partial investment, and they will. Goddess has just bought a Tech 9 and a couple of pieces of utility, and well, Lucy, we've already seen P250s do wonderful things here. However, that was on CT side, and Black Dragons need to replicate the same heroics if they want to take this series in this round.
Head armor brought up across the Liberty Phase side as well, so these P250s and pistols can't have quite as much impact. Although, if they've managed to overwhelm Thursday here, she's just got the AWP. It's a really awkward position, able to get to a bit of safety, but it's very much on an island, able to find one while completely blind. Bullets being run out of, goes for the no-scope, but not able to land it. There are still two CTs here in the B side. The T's might not be aware of this. Oh, it's actually going to be pushed out towards mid, where it's a 1-for-1 trade, and now suddenly it's a 1-on-2. How has this happened? And Goddess on the flank finds her. It's going to be a stolen round with the back of the upgraded pistols, Brandon. And Black Dragons, they take the series 2-0.